Here with head coach Brad Laird, National Signing Day 2021. And coach, it's a very unique signing day in that you've pretty much done all the recruiting virtually, and also a little different setup in that you're going to have a little fewer scholarships because of COVID-19 and how it affects other people's eligibility. So a little smaller class, but one I know you expect to make an impact all the same.
Yeah, the recruiting process, as we all know, has been different. And, I credit these young men that have gone through the process. Everything being virtually, so many Zoom calls with just not just the student athlete, but also their family members, FaceTime calls out on the field, a lot of different things, to get us to where we are today. And it's always an exciting day when you're adding future Demons to the team. And a couple of things when you look at this class. One is you're going to see a smaller class for a couple of reasons. One is we had a small senior class as we speak, so there wouldn't be a lot of replacement anyway, but also all of these seniors have another year. So it's a little ironic the way this recruiting season has gone through, but no doubt very important. And you look at this class, you look at the four that we signed today, and you look at different levels defensively. The first one up front, Big T, from Cisco Junior College, but originally from Opelousas, Louisiana. His aunt is a professor on campus, so a lot of ties to Northwestern State, a lot of ties to Natchitoches, Louisiana. In the next two, when you talk about right there in the middle as a linebacker and then also as a safety, two guys that finished their career playing right here in Turpin Stadium in the state championship game. One being Macarius Brown from Bellard, who played in the state championship game, a linebacker, but then also Cadillac, played quarterback for Manny, led them to a state championship. And will be coming here playing safety. And so, when you play quarterback at Manny, I tell you, you know what type of, not just football player, but what type of person that you're getting. And that's what these four young men are. And the last one from Gilmer that also played in the state championship was offensive player of the year in their district. And we're looking at him on the defensive side initially. And he ends up catching over 1,300 yards receiving. So very versatile young man that can do a lot of different things. That's an hour and a half down the road.
Well, different seasons in which you sign when you talk about signing the guys in December and signing the guys here today in February. But one thing, it seemed like the thread there, as you mentioned, championship caliber teams, and those guys come in knowing how to win and can make an immediate impact, if not on the field, but certainly culturally.
Yeah, you look at three of those four that we signed today played for state championship within the last month. You go back to the December signing class, and you look at some of those guys that were playing in the semifinals, that were playing in state championship games at that particular time or their junior year. So, you're bringing in guys that understand how to win and understand the importance of doing the right thing in order to get to that championship level. So, as we continue to add the classes and put the pieces to the puzzle, this is just the next step in this process.
And once again, you talked about Gilmer being maybe 2.5 hours away. Shreveport's obviously close. Theron Bellard, who you mentioned, Big T, originally from Opelousas, now over in Cisco, and that's a little farther out, and right down the road, Manny. But again, that 318 East Texas area that you have pinpointed as being so vital to your program, again, getting guys out of there.
Yeah, and so tough with the limited scholarships that we had right now, because there's so many more out there within that frame work that you talked about. I mean, in December, bringing in Chase Underwood, offensive lineman from Mangum. So you talk about that 318 area code, but to be able to continue to get those guys here and not only get them as student athletes, but to get their family members to be able to make it for the home games.
If we want to do a real quick breakdown of each one, Theron Bellard, we'll start with him up front, defensive tackle. Guy that can probably play both sides of the line, in and out. gives you some versatility up there.
Yeah, I think that's what he does. Originally from Opelousas, if you look at his film over the last couple of years, last year, they did not play, but they were able to do fall ball. So you saw what he was able to do moving inside and out. And, and I think adding to what Coach Love and Coach Lucas want to do as a defensive line standpoint, I think it allows a lot of flexibility with him. Macarius Brown at linebacker, in the 3-4. So many seniors that we have coming up at that position. It was vital to be able to get one again that has the versatility to me to play inside and out. Cadillac is another young man that we talked about that was played quarterback at Manny, but also played corner during those championship runs. So he's got the flexibility as a defensive back to do a lot of different things. And then Dylan Flewelland, which we already talked about, that was player of the year offensively. We're initially recruiting him defensively. So that right there just shows you the versatility that he has. So, not only are you bringing state championship pedigree type of players, but you bring in very versatile players that have played a lot of different positions and can help this football team in a lot of different ways.
All right. Thanks a lot, Coach.
Thank you.